up, YouTube? Alright, man, y'all already know it's More Than a Rapper podcast. Today, on my podcast, I'm gonna be talking about stuff that goes on in the LGBT QA plus community. Actually, I was just strolling on IG, you know what I'm saying? I might just post my music on there. Like I say, man, y'all gonna get to know a lot about me on this podcast, even though it's a very different podcast. I constantly stress that. But we're gonna have different topics as well outside of me. Last episode was really juicy, so if you didn't tune in on that one, make sure you tune in on that episode. I actually brought my first guest on to that episode. It was great vibes. But this episode, I want to read this off to you. I'm gonna put it in the video as well so people can, physically read it themselves. I took it off someone's IG, and I was like, hey, this would be great for me to talk about it on my podcast, because it is talked about a lot, in the gay community. And also, I think it's just with every relationship, but also it's talked about in the gay community as well. But it says, the Black LGBTQ community is strange as fuck to me. For real. Films really are the reason most these masks are afraid to be themselves. Cause they want to be loved by y'all. But you judge the fuck out of these women if it ain't fitting your narrative of what you want from them. Gross exclamation mark. And I took this off of LGBTQ slaps page, because it's going to be posted, on my podcast. And I'm not going to exit anything out. And they just basically asked, do we think that it's true or not? And they have comments under it, and people are stating their opinion on it, just basically trying to get the conversation started. So I thought it would be great, a great topic to actually talk about. It would be actually great. And my opinion on that is, number one, just number one, man. Number one, the black part. It's not just black. That particular goes on in any color relationship. Any relationship that goes on, that is going to go on, period. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that, I'm going to say us mass, because I'm considering that mass part, but I kind of exit myself out of that too. But I don't think mass are scared to be themselves due to the films or whatnot, or the films are scared to be their self because of the mask, are looking for a certain thing. See, this is the thing. This is the thing about that. People are, my idea of it, people are too sensitive nowadays. And what I mean by that is, if a person have a preference, people are sensitive to a person's preference. Now, it's a difference between prejudice and preference. Now, if a person have a preference, you should respect that. And what this post is basically saying is, and I actually looked at some of the comments, and I didn't comment because I don't get into that on social media. But my thing is, certain people want to put everybody in a box. They so quick to say, well, we are all women at the end of the day. True enough, you're right. We are all women at the end of the day. But the thing about that is, we all don't like the same thing. So you can't put us all in the same box. Some are more masculine, some are more feminine. So you're going to find some studs that like more feminine women. So you can't come bringing more mass energy to that stud. They're not going to like that. So you can't get mad at them for not liking mass energy, and then getting upset with them because they're telling you, hey, I like a more feminine woman. Or if you are more masculine, find someone who likes that. It's somebody out there that likes that. And then if you're more feminine and they like someone that's more masculine, find someone who likes that. Like, that's the thing. Preferences is a key. So we do need boxes. That's what boxes are for. So that way a person can maneuver and find the box that they're like. See, like with me, I'm not sensitive at all. If a person preference is with me, I'm short. So some women don't like short studs. I'm not going to whine and cry about that. That's that woman preference. If a woman look at me and say, oh, you cute, but I don't prefer short women, I'm okay with that. That is okay. That's her preference. She wasn't rude. She wasn't disrespectful. So you know what? I'm going to say, okay, that is fine. She's not being prejudiced towards me. That is just her preference. You know what I'm saying? And that's where a lot of people nowadays get stuff mixed up at, because they feel like just because they like a person have to like them back. They feel like just because they're interest in a person, that person doesn't have to like you back. And I see that so much on social media. Why would I go to another stud that's clearly not stud for stud and then get mad at them for not being stud for stud? Does that make any sense? I'm not stud for stud, but I'm not against stud for stud. I'm just making a point. So I don't need anyone coming to me like that. So I'm just making a point. And again, I'm not against it. I support whatever anyone's like. That's just not my preference. I like feminine women, fully feminine women. But I'm just making a point to what that post was saying. How they're saying that femmes want to love on us, but we make it hard for them. Some people may do, but a lot of them just don't respect preferences. Just like some of us may not respect preferences. You know, some of those feminine women don't want feminine studs. It's vice versa. So some of us studs have to be respectful towards those femmes. Respect those femmes' wishes. They want to be just the feminine one. They understand that we're women, we want to get pampered and stuff like that. But they want to be, at the end of the day, they want to have the most feminine energy. They understand, yeah, we want to get pampered and, you know, taken on dates, cuddled, love. That is okay. But they don't want you around here acting like, you know what I'm saying, a little B word. They don't want that. Respect that. If they wanted to be with a femme, they would be with a femme. Or if they wanted to be with a STEM, they would be with a STEM. That's what these boxes are for. That's what these labels are for. So people can pick and choose which label that they want. That's all that's for. But nowadays, that's why I go back to say, man, folks too sensitive. Some of y'all whine about every little thing. As soon as a person say, well, hey, I'm not interested in you, you pick and choose what this person is not attracted to you about. And guess what you do? Make it a big deal. Don't respect the reason why this person is not interested in you. And make it seem like that person is wrong for having a preference. And again, hear me out. It's a difference between prejudice and preference. Now, I'm gonna make an example of prejudice. I have a background. A lot of people who follow me for my music and my motivational talks and the good stuff that I do, they know that I have a background, that I've been to prison. They listen to my music, they know this. Now, if a person judges me off my past, that's being prejudiced. If a person say, hey, I don't want to deal with you because you've been to prison, you have done some things in your past that I don't approve of, that's prejudice. That's what prejudice is. That's not a preference. That's pure prejudice. Because everyone have a past that doesn't dictate that person's present. See, my present is beautiful. It's marvelous. Everything I'm doing now is great. I have a great testimony. But a preference is someone looking at me and saying, hey, well, I don't date people who have dreads. I don't date people who have goals. I don't date people who have tattoos. Or again, a tall woman saying, I don't like short studs. I'm okay with that. I can deal with that. My skin ain't soft. But when a person starts judging me about my past, with the things that I have done in my past, that's prejudice. And some of y'all older than me should know that. Y'all should know the difference between prejudice and preference. So again, that right there, when I read that, I mean, it's always confusion. And I don't like when they try to just stereotype the black. It's always the black. It ain't just with black. It's with whites, Mexicans. It's with all. It's not just one race. And it don't just go on with the gays. It go on with straight people too. Everybody have a preference. Everybody has a preference. So, you know, this episode ain't too long. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to get on here and talk about that. Like I said, I'm going to put that at the beginning so y'all can read it yourself. And I always say, drop y'all comments in that comment section, man. Whatever y'all feel about this episode. The things that y'all want to say, whether, you know, it's good or bad, whatever, I'm going to check the comments out. Also, subscribe to my YouTube channel. My other tags are at the beginning and at the end, man. It's always good chopping it up with y'all. I'm going to be bringing some more heat. We're going to have some more good episodes, man. I'm more than a rapper. Y'all already know that, man. I'm enjoying doing my podcast with y'all. This is an amazing experience. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe, like, comment, share. It's more to come. I got new music on the way that I'm definitely working on. And I just appreciate all the support. Drop them comments in the comment section. Let me know what you all think. It's easy, baby.